Down here in the bottom left, in one of the 3 starting locations on the map, Xel'Naga Caverns, we have a player who managed to beat Bomber in game number 3. Could be the comeback. We'll see. He is. Oh. And there he is now.
She stole your thunder, Tasis. I'll never forgive her.
Dun, 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 dun.
Never ever quit.
In the upper left location, showing some of the most impressive turn return I've ever seen. Bomber looks eerily focused there.
Yeah, I think he realizes that game just was like a throwaway. It was no contest after he lost that battle. Beyond this game, I'd like to point out gas first. Very, very quick gas. So definitely going to tick up very quickly. And it looks like Bomber's actually going to do a gasless expansion build. Or at least second command,
He's going to mix it up, I guess.
Yeah. Bomber really showing a lot of different strategies. But as is Beyond. And that kind of scares me. I almost just want to see Bomber because when he was doing, just a standard strong strategy, well, they weren't really that standard. They're kind of new age, but I don't really want to see Marine tank Tasteless. I want to see him play some very solid, maybe open with your Banshee like you've already shown that you're godly with, and then tech up into something safe, get your expand out, and don't be walking around the map with a random number of Marines and Siege Tanks and run into Beyond and lose the game.
Here we see the factory coming up here. Beyond's got pretty good timing sense. And the Marine will chase the SCV out. I'm really curious to see how this game is going to develop on Bomber's side. Beyond just played really well, but the games we saw Bomber win, the longer the game went, the more out of control it became.
Yes. Very true. Beyond's factory just finishing up. Now we're going to see much better what he's going to do. This might be just a cloakless Banshee, possibly into mech, a very cool build. Bomber, on the other hand, he's starting to take off, but just off of 1 gas. His gas time just before the command center to time out that factory a little bit quicker without having to get 2 gas. Just another way to manage your economy.
It's good to see these kind of builds coming from these guys.
Yeah, I like to see the different management styles that these players can use for their economy, such as, do I double gas after the command center? Or do I single gas before? What do I want exactly? And oh my god, I just saw Bomber do something awesome. He realized that his mule wasn't going to make it back with 30 minerals before it died. He pulled it off and put it to the side.
Oh my god, is that what he does?
He just did that. I just saw it. It happened. Awesome.
But wait a minute.
Yes.
The SCV isn't pushed off the patch for the mule mines.
No. But if he takes 30 minerals and he has them in his hand and then he explodes, which is exactly what he was going to do, then you lose 30 minerals.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. All right.
Yeah. So awesome move there by Bomber.
Damn, man. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, man. I have not. That's the first time I've seen someone
chills.
do that. Yeah. I know it tastes.
Oh, my God. A little bit freaked out, man.
Bomber.
I need someone to tell me everything's going to be okay. That's actually like so good.
Yeah.
This game's like a year young. We have somebody actually doing that.
You sound like my grandma. How old are you this year, Grandma?
I'm 60 young.
Yeah, I'm 72 years young. I'm like, oh, you're so cute.
Grandma. All right, here comes the Banshee with Hellions to accompany it. The Viking comes in. Oh. Intercepted. Nice.
Yeah, Bomber takes out that Banshee. Hellions not doing much because of the nice wall in by Bomber, of course. Beyond going to be mining first off of his command center. Yeah, that's one of the funny things about going a quick command center in your main off of no gas. Your opponent, unless he's all-inning, will always be mining from his expand before you, but you should have more SCVs.
It's actually, he did lose that, but the point of that was actually to just scout the main.
I don't think he actually did. He scout that much?
Well, no, he meant to scout, but then he couldn't turn around because for some reason a Viking flies slower than a Marine runs.
Isn't that funny?
And it has a rocket on its back.
Well, they make Marines run through like sand Make them really...
Tires and stuff like that.
Yeah. You've seen movies.
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on.
All right, so Beyond right now definitely committing to a Marine siege tank style. We'll go Marauders if his opponent goes mech, of course. Bomber hasn't actually committed yet.
Look at Bomber's spread with those units. He's ready for anything. Meanwhile, Bjorn is going to go for the push first. He might go for a contain. I don't believe this is going to be a push, but if he gets any closer, I guess I'm just accept the fact that I'm wrong.
Bomber is actually committing to a Marine siege tank build as well, Tasteless.
All right, here we go.
And
oh, wow, that was really terrible.
Yeah, he has actually no siege mode. This was a siege. Let's just. Oh, did you overextend yourself? Can I hurt something? No, you didn't. Okay, run away. Which is fine. I'm alright with it. So both players are just safely mining their expands. They're very close in supply. 70 for Beyond, 67 for Bomber. And
we have another command center coming up now in Bomber's base. Bomber just trying to get that little bit of an edge so they can start to do what we saw in those previous games. You can clearly see once Bomber gets an edge, that's actually when he's most in his element.
I mean, you give Bomber a cookie, man, and he's going to pour a glass of milk all over your head.
That's right. What's your favorite kind of cookie?
There's only one type that counts, oatmeal cookie.
Oh my God, that's the right answer.
I know.
You pass.
Thank you. It's like, that's so silly.
Oatmeal
People like
cookies are-
chocolate chip, macadamia nut.
No, those aren't
No.
good.
Oatmeal with raisin.
Yeah,
cookie.
oatmeal with raisin is
It's actually
delicious.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This is actually getting creepy. We actually need to
What
not
is this,
hang out.
man? Our
We never
brains
even
were
talked
merged.
about this before. I just
No,
want to throw that out there.
it's actually kind of weird.
We've never mentioned Amelia Earhart to each other either, and that happened
No,
earlier, so
not even once.
it's a little bit freaky.
Now, the Marines and siege tanks for Beyond. No, Beyond has been moving around the map constantly. Bombers actually allowed him to occupy that space while he stays back and masses up. So he's-
Bomber. I want to point out, Tasteless, Bomber's actually playing really different than Beyond right now, even though they looked like they were going to do the same thing. Beyond is going Marine siege tank. Bomber is going Marauder siege tank. Yeah, I'm a little bit.
well, we saw him do this a little bit
confused.
on Zelnaga Caverns, where he just would stim and hit the siege tanks with the siege, his own siege mode to the damage to his opponent's Marines.
The problem is that's good against mech. That's what you want to do against mech if you're going bio. But he's going against Marine siege tank. Marines beat Marauders. There's not even a question. They beat.
Yeah, that is true.
They're better. That's it. I mean, that's the end of the story.
Uh-oh. Here he goes.
And Bomber is. I mean, that's
Weird.
not a good scenario for Bomber at all, man. He has to cancel a building he's making. He's had to lift. He's losing siege tanks. He's losing everything.
Yeah, is Beyond actually about to just like dismantle him here? It's kind of a weird game. Is Bomber just like falling apart right now?
I think he saw this. He's like, I'm gonna make the finals. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, he was known for having bad nerves in StarCraft 1. In StarCraft 2, he's been the rage
now
for
he's
a long
like bringing
time.
his SCVs, try to repair.
I mean, Beyond is so far ahead.
And he's even going to lose his siege tank. Whoa, what the hell is going on?
Okay, so it's 99 supply to 80, but the amount of units and their cost of what Beyond lost versus Bomber is not comparable.
Not at all.
Beyond has 4 siege tanks, 0 for Bomber. I mean, Beyond has 25 Marines, 10 for Bomber.
Well, this doesn't strike me as fatigue either.
No,
You know what I mean?
I would think he would be energized after all that, but
No kidding.
it looks like he's actually just going to go into Mass Marine from this point. Bomber is. Adding another factory. So he'll be adding a
Uh-oh,
siege
this
tank
I think
as well.
might be the end here.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I
this will
think
just
that
kill
actually
him.
should be it.
Hey, he's going to lose all these reactors making. He has... I mean, he was pretty dead after that attack into the main base. This was a desperation tactic, adding that many barracks.
GG.
And
What the hell?
dude, Bomber in those first 2 games, I was like so excited because it was godly play, and these last 2 are actually... This is like round of 32, Code S, what we're seeing from him. Like, okay,
Look,
yeah, you're in the round
look
of
at
32.
Bomber. You could see his frustration
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
He's saying, what the hell is going on right now?
Licking his lips, trying to taste the nerd blood that he
probably
Got out of
tasted
Beyond
before
earlier.
when he's beating Beyond. Well, look, man.
All he tastes is that holy bit into his cheek.
I mean, I know there are a lot of people on the forums who do this thing where it's like, well, he was better. He is the best in the world. Well, here's the thing, guy, is it's not just an abstract concept of who's the best. It's actually results-based. It's who wins. I mean, I know that, there's always a guy that actually doesn't understand, how you actually measure things. But if Beyond wins this, man, he's moving on. I mean, his wins might not be as impressive, but still, it's,
Well, sometimes people are off and sometimes people are on. The first 2 games Bomber was on. Best TVT
those
I've
were
ever
not
seen out of anyone.
flukes. Those were not flukes at
No.
all.
There were too many amazing things going on all at once. It was definitely Bomber being the best TVT in the world the first 2 games. The last 2 were they were mediocre strategies. They were mediocre executions. It was just mediocre. And Byun, I mean, this guy just always plays really well, so he just destroyed.
Look, Byun is consistent. Bomber historically has not been. Now we see Bomber having success in team leagues, having success in individual leagues, but that doesn't mean that he's over that hump yet.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I mean, he's this close, Tasteless. He just has TVZs left after this, man. He's like
got
so
one
close
more
to
chance.
GSL championship. So.
Yeah. He's got
man.
one more chance
That's
to
it.
not botch this.
And if anyone's off their game right now, it's him. Not Byun.
not Byun.
Byun's been putting out quality every single game.
All right. Who's going to win this? Now I don't even know.
Tal'Daram Alter, I got a little shiver down my spine because I really want to see Bomber get through, man. He's shown the top of his play is above the top of Byun's play at the moment, but he's not showing his top enough.
I think Byun is completely back in this.
Yeah.
He's completely back in the saddle. He's ready to go. Let's see who's going to win. Now I really actually do not know who's going to win this because
It's hard to say.
Bomber had 2 perfect games and then 2 lackluster games. I don't know. Let's find out who wins this in the final game of today's GSL games. One of these 2 Terran juggernauts will move on to the round of 4. Let's find out who that is in the GSL Code S.